NASDAQ NQ futures, and I am looking at the 5-minute chart right now. And so what I want to do is I'm going to start on the daily. So I'm start on the daily chart. And so this is the daily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my horizontal line and I'm going to put it here at these highs. And then what I want to do next is I want to mark my low. I'm going to take here, the low here. So now I have the high and the low on the daily chart. And the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to find areas like this where price has tried to come down or either go up and reject. So it'll be area here and then an area here. You see how it went down, bounced up, then broke, then used that line right there as a resistance. And so that's what you want to look for. And so that's what I'm looking for. And so, Daryl, if you're watching this video, I agree with you. And this is why I agree with what you said. So after I have those zones marked up, I'm going to go to my indicator. And as you can see now, we're on the uptrend. If you look here and follow that, we're currently on an uptrend. And so I'm going to make that green. So we're on an uptrend on the daily chart. But we are approaching this zone here. So we will need to see a breakout above 22,470. 22,470, a break above 22,470 in order for price to break these highs, possibly retest here, then break new highs. So it's got to break this previous high as well in order to continue on an uptrend. And this is why I say I agree with you, Daryl. It's because when I look left, as I always tell you, look left. This is what I'm looking at. Here, here, all this, here, here, and here. What do we see? Price not wanting to go higher. It rejected and then went lower, then it rejected, then went lower, then it rejected and went lower, and it's rejected now to why I think it's going to do what? Continue to go lower. And so now I'm going to use my indicators to confirm what I was thinking. Still on the daily chart, first indicator I'm going to turn on is supply and demand. Supply and demand, and the first thing that shows up is what? The box that we marked here up top, rejecting. Rejecting here, this is the middle of that range. Here, this dotted line. So that is the range there. Blue is the top. The dotted line here is the middle. And then this box on the bottom, this big orange box, is the bottom of the range. So that is support on the bottom. Next thing I'm going to turn on would be the DIY indicator with supply and demand zones, and it's going to have the 200 EMA as well. I'm going to take off my drawings because my chart's getting crazy. All right, clip the drawings. And this is what we're looking at now. Not only do we have resistance at the top with the range indicator, we also have a supply zone here with the supply and demand. And so we are above the 200 right now, and we are in the uptrend. So the next area I would be looking for would be here. Look left. That's what I'm looking for. So that would be 2702. 2702 would be the next zone I'm looking for. If we get back to 2702, I would be looking for price to maybe break and retest, or come back to the 200 and then bounce and go higher. So these are ideas that I'm seeing that price could possibly do. And this is another reason why I agree with Daryl, is whenever I go down to the 1 hour chart, price is actually rejecting off of this area here. So if you look close, look left, look what you have here. And we're also at the middle of this range. Next thing I want to turn on is Smart Money Concepts, Lux Algo. And I'm going to take off the drawings and look. Also what I see, I can turn off this, make things clear. There. We're at the middle of that range. DIY. And we're at the 200 EMA. 200 rejection wicks at the 200 at the middle. We're at the lower half. And then watch this. I'm going to put the alligator on. Where's the moving averages telling me that price is going? If we just follow the moving averages, this is the 1 hour chart. We have the rejection off of this resistance, this support. And then now you see price making lower lows. Because price never came back and retested the zone. It actually ended up lower. And then if we go to the smaller time frame, the 1 minute, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at on the 1 minute time frame, is that I had rejection from supply, came down to the 200, and then it never got back to the supply zone. It finished lower, and now we're seeing price make new lows instead of highs. So I'm looking at price could possibly continue to go lower. That's a better look of a downtrend. Rejected off supply. Next could possibly go back to demand at 21,772. Demand on the 5 minute chart at 21,772. Then I jump over to the 15 minute chart. Price is actually rejected off of then I hop over to the 15 minute chart, and then I'm seeing rejection. Rejection I'm seeing at around 21,878. And we had rejection before along this area. 30 minute. As you can see, it's clear that price is wanting to go lower. But as you can see as well, we had rejection here off of this area. So we will have to break below here to continue lower. So for sales, I would look for a break below 21,797. A break and possibly a retest at 21,797, and then break previous lows to continue on a downtrend. So that's what I'm looking for the week. I hope this helped you guys. If it did, good. If it didn't, let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next one.